just talk about the math of Mullen, why it is what it is, why it's the real deal, and I mean, we don't need to talk about why it's the real deal. We got other ones for that, but I just want to talk about the math, the simple math. So here is the idea behind a stock squeeze. For whatever reason, every time retail gets together, every CEO decides that they want to dilute all of their shares before letting us make money, before them being able to raise the price and dilute their shares at a much higher price and raise much more money than they have. And that is a pattern that is always followed, and I believe it has nothing to do with CEOs. I believe that it is the board of directors that actually own the company and forcing CEOs to make bad decisions on behalf of the investors. Now, we know that Mullen is suing all these people that are involved. We got a dozen John Does that we have not named yet. I suspect that might come out with this amended complaint, which I'm hoping for by the end of the day. Maybe it's tomorrow, maybe it's Monday. I don't know, but I know it's coming. And ideally, what this is going to do is we're going to expose the corruption. The judge is going to make sure that type of corruption doesn't happen anymore. And when we squeeze, here's how you got to look at it. Here's how the math works. Every time a stock squeezes, the market goes down. As people are making ridiculous profits in the options or against the short interest, that it is taking money from the rest of the market. So one option chain, every option chain is basically a hedge against the entire market. And so if one option chain goes above and beyond and just makes billions and billions of dollars, well, that billions and billions of dollars is getting sold out of somewhere else in the market. And so the idea of a MOAS is simple. We buy all the shares because that's what they do, and then they let it up. And I mean, if you look at AMC, they held on to like 100 million shares and were able to dilute during the squeeze and made it to where it didn't keep going up. But with Mullen, because we're starting at such a low stock price, because they have no more shares left, in theory, what a MOAS looks like is the stock price is going to go from 17 cents to, let's just say, $5. It don't matter if this happens over the course of a week, in a day, in a month. It don't matter because the logic is the same. That once it starts going up and the market starts going down, all the people we know that have tons of money have been watching and watching and watching, and they hate Mullen. They don't want to squeeze. They like the world the way it is because they've got rich off this world and they don't got to do nothing to stay rich. That's the world they live in, and Mullen changes that. A MOAS changes that. And so what eventually happens is if we get everything, the stars align, we got our injunctive relief, we start squeezing. As the market starts going down, all these people with all the money that have been seeing us for 2 years get jacked. They come into Mullen not because they want to chase a squeeze and make easy money. They come into Mullen because they see everything else crashing and they are scared that they're going to lose all their safe money that they've had. And so it starts slow. A big guy comes in and then it bumps the price again. And then in theory, what could happen, just like every other spiral they talk about, whether it's inflation, hyperinflation, or wage crease spiral, just something can get out of control to where one person sees it, jumps in, others follow, and it turns into a never-ending system to where every dollar that's left ends up in one stock as it shoots to the moon, and every other stock goes to zero. That is what a true MOAS is. And there's never been an opportunity set up so perfectly like Mullen is right now to be that MOAS. So that's the math. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm excited about. And there's a lot of things all around the world that suggest that not only is it possible, but it's wanted by many people. And it looks like it's here. I think the lawsuit is the biggest update we could receive, and so again, today would be the day where if we responded today, it would be 2 weeks before our extension expires, which was exactly the amount of time that the people amended or answered our original complaint. They had until October 19th, but they filed October 5th. And so if we were to match their timelines, that would be today, but I could see them waiting till tomorrow and just matching it as far as like 2 weeks left type of thing. And I could also see them just waiting to drop a bomb on Monday. So I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm excited either way. And yeah. If you buy the options, one thing I'd say, like if you have stock and options, just never sell your options. Like your options you hold as it's going up. It's the only thing where like if they can get out of their shorts because somebody sold some stock and they can trade out their shorts for the stock, whatever. Um, that that would make it to where they're not losing money as Mullen's going up. Because if you remember, HKD went up from $10 to $4,000, and the market didn't even flinch. Nothing was dropping. Nothing, like it was just HKD running. And the reason that happened is because there was no option chain. And the reason that happened is because there was no short interest. They knew they were going to pump that garbage stock. And they just want to distract people with garbage things that can't hurt the market. And so Mullen's obviously not that. But um, again, you just want to, like, as the stock price is going up, if they are able to get out of their short interest, the only way you have of taking the rich people's money, eating the rich, is to hold on to those options no matter how much profit they're making and just see what happens. And so bet it in both ways. I mean, I'm not against people taking profits, whatever you got to do. Obviously, first day, I'd be super disappointed if anyone took profits. If we're like first day of the squeeze is when we're up over 100%, and like no matter how high it goes, you should not be taking any profits. But after the first day, I don't care what anyone decides to do, and I'll have my own opinions. But yeah, just hold on to those options, take that money. Every dollar profit you see in there is coming out of some rich motherfucker's bank account, and that's what we here for. That's what all this was for. All right, people. Well, I think that's all I wanted to say. Good luck.